now you can hear me. Hey, Robert. I'm playing with my new baby. I bought a steel tongue drum. Coming up next month, I'll be doing what's up, Cherry? I'll be doing a sound workshop webinar. We know that sound is what created the universe. But we don't think about it much. Robert, I've been going through an exorcism. I've been finding more of myself, and that is terrorizing. What's up, unholy dreamer? But it also brings about immense joy. So during the sound workshop, we will go through the different ways to use sound, and how it is a high spiritual science. Sound is one of the quickest ways to access the spirit realm and petition. If you use it in a pure way, like this, the sound we all know, Om, right? Om. Um, why is that? Where is that in the body, and how to resource all these energies? And then at the end, because there's different sounds for different parts of the chakra. I mean, for the different chakras, there's different notes that correspond to the different parts, your different chakras and the different parts of your body. And at the end of the workshop, we will do some sound healing. I'll be using my steel drum here that I'm using, and also my solfeggio tuning fork. So go to my website and just sign up for on the mailing list. It's free, and you'll get an update of when that's happening. How are you guys doing? Thank you for joining me on my channel, A Fairy Good Life. My name is Aya. I am a feminine shaman here to serve the masculine and feminine aspects, but to help realign and heal the feminine within all of us, get us connected back into our passionate creativity through wisdom and healing and communication with ourselves, getting into realignment with the intimacy of life. That's what I help people do. But today we're going to be talking about the sun in Taurus. I like to approach it in a bit of a different way. I know a lot of people be like, this is why I hate the sun signs or whatever. But I take into consideration what we all have been through. Robert's asking me a question. Hold on. I'm sorry. So, like when you talk to us, do you have anyone to talk to too? I hope you can find peace in this chapter in your life. They say our strong ones need to be checked on. Because I do. I have a holistic therapist that I go to. And I'll also be I've been going to her for like maybe like a whole year. And sometimes I take breaks and I need to integrate and learn some things on my own. But when things get too much for me, I do have people that I reach out to. Because of the nature of what I do, I have to learn a lot through going within on my own, um, so that I can know it like a science to teach others. That's a good question. I appreciate that. I accept your hugs and your love. And hello to everyone. I appreciate you. Um, so yeah, this I take into consideration our childhoods and why we are the way we are and not just dog us out and shadow shame. I call it shadow shaming. We do that to each other a lot. We all have a shadow side. Everybody get used to it. You're here on planet Earth where we have fallen. We have taken a fall. All of us. We have, this is the reason why we're in a body in the first place. Bodies are very dense for a reason. In order to get back to the Garden of Eden, you have to become light. You have to become light, which means you take off the layers. You take off all the different layers of being disconnected from spirit, and we're moving in that direction. But be patient with yourself and be patient with everyone else. All right, be kind to yourself and your shadow. For some reason, I have to say that. I feel the need to say that. um the sun sign and Taurus went through a lot of hell in their childhood. A lot of times they went through hell and back. I know Taurus people who they watched their mom get beaten, or their mom chose a man over them, and they end up getting kicked out of their home and having to be alone out in the world at 13 years old. I don't honestly don't know any Taurus people who did not suffer some type of abandonment in their childhood. Um, or some and on top of the abandonment, physical abuse. Like bow, like pow, like what? So you have to think about when it comes to the sun, what's the downfall of a person, right? What's the downfall? Because the sun is about your evolution. Your sun is not who you are. Your sun is your downfall, your trauma, and then your rise in consciousness, because you're supposed to use that trauma. Hey, Daisy. See, Daisy, thank you for being brave and sharing that. She says it was both for her. Your sun sign is the downfall, your trauma, your initiation, and then you become an inspiration after you rise from going through hell. You have to conquer hell in order to conquer your sun sign. And we have to give each other time and space to do that. We have to give ourselves the time and space to do that. So the reason why Taurus people are so possessive and so all about their comforts and their creature comforts, and people make fun of them for liking food so much, and for being so damn possessive, and it's because they did not have that in their childhood. They weren't comfortable. They were made to be uncomfortable and go without a home at an early age. What's a man and what's a girl to do? It's like, I need me a home. That's your basic needs here. That's what the second house is all about. Your basic needs. We all value a home, food, clothing, shelter. We all need those. These are our basic needs. So you can't blame them. If you listen to people, listen. This people ask me why I know so much. It's because I listen to people. I listen. If you listen to people and what they're asking for in their life, or what they feel like they need, or what they feel like they can't do without, or what they're obsessive about, it's most likely because of something they've been through as a child. For some reason, that makes me want to cry. My heart goes out, you know? But the downfall, though, as an adult, what's so hard about being an adult is that we have to take responsibility, though. for what we've been through and how we react to the world. So Taurus people don't have a right to go around possessing other people and making other people feel like you can never leave me. I've been abandoned. You can't go anywhere. And it also reminds me of the opposite sign of Scorpio. Scorpio tend to be like that too. Everything is a resource. People are a resource. No, that person belongs to them, to themselves, and you have to let people come and go as they please. So this would be, Robert is asking, does that apply to the moon in Taurus, first house with a Taurus ascendant? Well, the moon is more about how you be, how like, so the moon in Taurus would be, you got a lot of your needs met in your childhood. You were probably treated like a king or something like that. And now you're used to it. And you ain't changing on it, and you ain't gonna have it no other way. If you grew up in a luxury home or whatever, then you're gonna want to have a luxury home all your life, whether come rain or high, whether you get that from other people or you find a way, you're going to find a way to have your creature comforts around you. That's more the moon. The sun is more like, I have to work and scrap and get to the point where I can afford my own creature comforts. Now, a Taurus person is very resourceful. They will start off with nothing, and then all of a sudden you'll see them have like a whole mall, a whole store, a whole, they grind, they're on their grind, and that is what they become, the inspiration that's possible for them. But they have to learn to not possess humans. This is often their downfall, relationships, love, because it's a very sensuous sign as well. It's a very sexual, earthy. It's about the earthy aspects of being sensual. You can't get too caught up in one of your comforts to the point to where you forget about like the rest of your life. Like you can't get so caught up in possessions, um, because it can get to a point to a gluttonous type thing or a selfish type thing, to where like all you care about is you and having your comforts and having your needs be met, and you don't see, feel, or think about what other people want. Now that's too much, and you need to go to therapy. All right. All right. Oh, so a sun in Taurus will be fulfilled by work. By work, they get called lazy, but the reason why they're lazy, is because they work hard. They work hard and they want to ball hard or play hard. And so as much as they work, they would like to equally lounge and relax and eat a sandwich and chill. Now it might be hard once they sit flop down on that couch and start eating for them to get up and start working again, but they are fulfilled by gaining money to buy their mansion. That is how simple it is for Taurus. Okay. Daisy, I didn't even answer unholy yet. Let me see. Sun, Mercury, and Chiron in the second house, all in Capricorn. All right. So you value hard work, and you're very critical of yourself. You can go through bouts of being very minimalistic, and maybe even being critical of yourself for wanting luxury things. But allow yourself to open up to having, maybe, like for instance, see, I have Libra in my second house, and I don't mind luxury at all. I splurge too much, okay? But for instance, for somebody with Capricorn in the second house with Chiron there, buy yourself some roses. Stop and smell the roses sometimes. That'll help kill and balance out some of those energies. Don't be afraid to do for yourself. With that aspect, unholy dreamer, you can feel guilty and critical for like doing for you, like taking care of yourself. Get a pedicure sometimes. Or maybe you don't have a problem with that. I could be wrong. All right, Daisy's TV says, I'm with a Scorpio, hee hee. Ha, ha, hee hee. And we both have Aries moon. He tells me all the time I can't possess him. I know I can't say the words to pretend, at least. Yeah, I actually was in a relationship with a Taurus once, and we both felt good possessing one another. You do feel guilty a lot, Unholy Dreamer. Okay, I wasn't wrong about that. Thank you for the confirmation. I'm open to being wrong. Um, that's why I learned. I learned because I'm open to being wrong. Um, we both, it felt good to possess each other at first, but then it got to a point where the possessiveness turned into me running away from him. Literally. I was like, but I was like, get me out of here. Give me like any break I could get away from him. I was like running away. I was like, ooh, gotta go to work. Bye. Woo, that man, he didn't want to let me out of his sight, girl. And it's because he had been abandoned. He had suffered abandonment and had to learn how to be on his own at a really young age. Oh, Taurus too. What I've noticed about the Taurus people that I have observed is that they can be religious fanatics. They can go to extremes in spirituality or religion. And it's because they're looking for family. They're looking for family. Taurus people are always searching for a place to call home. And so I called this video Somebody Help Me Please, because they can also be like damsels in distress. They'll put themselves in positions to have to start over again. And they could have all the luxury and money in the world, and then they'll end up falling flat on their face again because they keep reliving that energy in their childhood or where they were abandoned, and they really are looking for a mom or a dad to, you know, help them heal. We tend to repeat these patterns over and over again because you're trying to heal what the original trauma. This is my cousin. She says Venus, Neptune, Uranus, Saturn. Hey, Kariba. Oh, Venus, Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, and Sun all in the third house. And it's him, not me. Oh, and Taurus, Venus, Neptune. Oh, wow. Okay. That's a lot for him to handle. Yeah, and so with Taurus people, what's fulfilling? Because the sun is also where you find fulfillment. Why is that? Well, when you have to work hard for something, every sun sign has to work hard for their evolution. Like every single last sun sign works hard for their evolution. Don't get it twisted, okay? Even if someone is in their shadow self or whatever, in their downfall of their sun sign. If they're in hell, they still have to figure out how to conquer hell. That's what the sun sign is about. It's about conquering hell and heaven. And then, well, we come from a heavenly state already. We are born, thank God, with a higher mind. We're born with a higher mind and choices to make. Are you going to choose this? Are you going to choose that? Are you going to choose your higher self? Are you going to choose your lower nature? And none quite like the sun sign of Taurus are often faced with these free will type of decisions all the time. It's like, am I going to choose my lower nature, or am I going to practically work towards bettering myself every day? Because Taurus people, the reason why they have to work so hard is because nothing's really ever handed to them. They have to work for it. They weren't born a lot of times with a silver spoon in their mouth. Okay. Um, it reminds me of a farmer, how you have to till the ground in order to get results. So what's fulfilling for them is to see their crop. They want to see the results. They want to see things come to fruition. Now they have to learn to be patient. Like if you're dealing with an impatient Taurus, then you're dealing with someone who is probably going to self-destruct. They're self-destructing because The Taurus energy is all about planting a seed, watching it grow, and then at the right time, harvest, receiving the crop. See, a healthy Taurus will master that aspect. Okay. Robert Herman says, we lived everywhere for short periods of time. My mom was never stable. She abandoned us. She was always gone. One of her many men would watch after us. My brother raised us, and we were children. Wow, Robert, that makes me want to cry. Um, See, the Taurus energy for some reason is getting me emotional right now because that's a lot of people's stories who are Tauruses. But see, all people ever talk about is how Taurus like food. But it's a symbol. Everything is a symbol. The reason why they like food is because they they didn't have they didn't have a lot of luxuries growing up. Makes me want to cry. And so they need comfort. It's the mom. Food is a symbol of being mothered. Okay. Um, I believe she was a narcissist. She never showed me love. She never told me she loved me. She never held me. When protective services would take us to give us a better life, she would always come get us. Yeah, narcissists in this world are symbols as well, are archetypes as well. And I'm sorry you went through that, Robert. I give you virtual hugs, virtual hugs. And thank you, Robert, for asking me at the beginning how I'm doing. I do go to a holistic therapist and I have a team. Like I have like an intuitive coach that I've been going to for 10 years. We know each other very well. She was with me when I first started dealing with my narcissistic mom. And so like she knows my story very well. It's important to have those types of people in your life. And she gets to watch me now be like her and help people. And she's very proud of me. All right. So yeah, I send love. And anytime I disappear, it's because I'm doing a lot of self-care. Don't get it twisted. Like I have had a rough childhood myself, and it takes a lot of effort um to keep my energies balanced and healthy. And I'm also a human design projector, and I don't really have a lot of although my energy is boombastic, I have a powerful healing auric field. I don't have a lot of energy to give. So like doing stuff like this with my sound healing helps me. So you guys can go to my website, those of you on live and those of you who watch back, afairygoodlife.com. There should be a pop-up that comes up for you to join my mailing list. I'll be doing a sound healing workshop teaching us how to use sound, how to chant, how to use sound to petition the universe, the importance of sound, why Om. The Bible says, let there be, God said, let there be light, and there was light. That's how powerful sound is. It's okay, Robert. Get deep, babe. I'm sorry I'm getting deep, but it's just your channel, your energy makes me open up. It makes me cry. I understand. That's what I'm here for. This is an original song I'm writing. That's as far as I got. But it's called Madam Butterfly. I already have like a lot of like spiritual chanty songs written. And when I started playing with this yesterday, I bought this yesterday. I was like, sold, it's mine. When I walked out the store. Anyway, um, oh, I don't have to show all your messages. I'm reading your messages, Robert. I see you. I'm going to open up to you soon in a session. I really need healing at 45, feeling like a 7-year-old child that has mommy and abandonment issues. We've all been there. Trust me. It doesn't really matter how old you are. I used to go to this group called A Course in Miracles, right? I'm ancient. And so I've always been like the youngest person in these types of groups, but that's because my initiation started so early and I was aware of it. It sucks to be a child that's so aware. Ugh. When your awareness is painful. I mean, it brings good clearing. The truth will set you free, but it's hard to be aware at a young age. But I said that to say that I've always been amongst people way older than me, who are starting their healing process later, and it's okay. It does not matter how old or how young. So yeah, that's all I have for Taurus. Taurus is more than just liking to eat, everybody. So I will see you guys maybe tomorrow, maybe not. We'll see. Oh, Cherry. He says, I have Chiron in the ninth house and Libra in the you have Chiron in the ninth house, Taurus, and Libra in the second house. That's me. I'm like that too. I have Chiron in my ninth house and Taurus as well. Peace. Bye everybody.